Welcome to another PUBG video with TX Hangman. Didn't plan on recording this video, but I came in second, so I figured I'd take some of the highlights, piece them together, and make a video. And so here it is. I drop into Pachinki, and I can see the building to my right there has somebody dropped in as well. So I'm trying to find a gun as quickly as I can, head over there and maybe put him down. That way we have one less left to go. So I'm a bad shot, thankfully. So is he. Appears to be one shot on me, but thankfully I end up spraying him enough that I get the kill. Come on in here and heal up. That way if somebody else is after me, I can have some more health. As I was saying earlier, this gameplay was just warming up. I don't typically grab a gun and go right back out to shoot somebody, but as I was just using it as some warm-up time, and like I said, the gameplay ended up came in second, so I figured that was worth the look. I end up moving here to probably the second, going on to the third circle, and as I'm getting onto my motorcycle, or trying to, I end up getting shot at, and I can't tell exactly where those shots are coming from. I know they're somewhere in the direction of the red house, and I try and peek the corners, see if it was maybe out in that field behind the house, or what, but like I said, I just couldn't place it. That's one thing I hope that the Bluehole developers do some work on, is the sound. It's difficult to ascertain where the sounds are coming from, whether they're, you know, to your left or your right. You sometimes have a vague general direction, but a lot of other games that have fewer players have much better sound to it. Again, here I'm just checking my corners, and I ended up making a big mistake here, and I there again, maybe because it was a practice game, I don't know, I end up going into a menu and staying there too long. I think I was looking at my other screen. I don't know what I might have been looking at or not, but I go in a menu here and I stay there too long, and as you'll see right about here, somebody ends up, same guy, ends up taking a shot at me. Thankfully, it didn't end my game right there. He missed, and but it gave me a better idea of where he is, because he had to have been on the corner of that red two-story house there. That's pretty much the only way he would have got sight on me, unless he was in the house. But as you can see, I checked the windows real quick, and there's no broken windows in the house, so it couldn't have been from inside. So he must have been around back. I waited out a little while here, seeing if he'll make a move, seeing if I can see him through a window or anything, and I gotta give it to the guy. He's very, very patient. And for his patience, he probably deserves to have gotten the kill on me. But thankfully, that didn't happen this time. I end up deciding to flank around behind the house and try and catch him. And thankfully, it actually worked. Going out the back door here, check and make sure he's not going around that ridge to the higher ground. Then I spot him on the corner of the house there, and again, my shot is not great this game, but we do end up getting the kill. our second kill of the game. What, 29 left alive. A little bit of extra med kit. Thankfully, I'm not hurt enough. I just take a little bit of energy drink. And then trade out some accessories on the guns. Level 3 vest, a little bit more ammo. And then get moving before the next circle is decided. Thankfully, this time when I get on my motorcycle, I don't have anybody taking shots at me. Alright, so once I got where I was going, I ended up posting up in this house here. It's got a pretty good view, at least 270 if not 360 degrees around it. A bunch of little houses, about 100-150 yards off in pretty much any direction. So I end up just keeping an eye out for anybody as we get into the final, 20 players or so. I end up taking a few pot shots at some guys. It wasn't, because I have a silencer, it worked okay. It's not something I would have done if I didn't have a silencer though. These bars on the windows, you can see those first two shots never made it out. They ended up hitting the windows, bars or whatever, and that's one thing I do not like. The other thing is, I'm zeroed in at 100 meters, and I probably should have changed that zeroing to 200 meters. That way I could have probably got some better shots. I end up taking just a few shots at that direction just to try and get a little action, maybe get somebody to peek. It doesn't end up working. Take out a window or so. Doesn't end up working, so I decided to take his tire out. That way neither one of them has a quick getaway. And then as the final circle starts closing in, I realize I have to move. We're down to 5 people. And as I drink this drink and head out the door, one more killed, so we're down to 4 people. So we're in the top 4 right now, which is good. Sneaking up the hill. Don't really know where anybody's at this point until I hear those shots. And then I got one down that direction and one up top. And I can see the vehicle up there. Still not sure. I see one guy run into that second tree there. Tree to the right down on the bottom of the hill. And so I know where he's at. And I can hear the suppressor up there. So that leaves him. So now I know where the 3 of us are. Just kind of, I can see him again moving down by that tree. And he's taking a few shots at the guy in the Jeep. And ends up, the guy in the Jeep takes a shot at him here in a second. And kills him by the tree. Which brings us down to 2. Worst thing with 3 men left is to be the first man to shoot, giving away your position. Just kind of what happened here. And I might have should have just gone straight in for the kill. But because of his positioning and he's got that Jeep there, I end up making the choice to stay on top of the ridge here, up by the road, and try and carefully walk around. I might have should have not taken as much time. He apparently either hears me or kind of gets a spot on me because he throws grenades up my direction. Thankfully none of them were close enough to do any harm. But and then I think he tries to trick me here, and I don't know what his intention was, but he jumped in the vehicle, moved it a few feet, stopped again, and as I peek over the ridge, I can't get eyes on him. I believe he's by the back tire, and he ends up spotting me with a car, and that's the end of it. But we came in second overall with 2 kills. Not bad. Again, I didn't plan on recording it, but figured it was good enough gameplay. So hope you enjoyed. If so, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time.